What's up, y'all? This is Shira Eyonna, which you can find on all streaming platforms and on all social media. You are now tuned in to the Superstar Spotlight, and we about to get into it, all right?
Feel the rush when you touch me, but I don't want you to do no rushing. I'm stuck in love, I know it's because of the way you love me. You know you'll get your way with me.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Superstar Spotlight. I am your host and favorite actor, Brandon Houston, and as always, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to each and every episode. As always, these episodes are sponsored by Guilty Rich. You can check out their Instagram at guilty.rich or the website guiltyrichboutique.com. Make sure you switch out the E with a 3. Spell it all the way out, guiltyrichboutique.com. Spring collection is out. Summer collection on the way soon. Make sure y'all get on the website. Check them out. They got some dope stuff. For y'all. All right. And with that being said, we are going to get into our next guest who is stepping into the spotlight today. All right. So entering into the spotlight today is one of the most amazing voices you will ever hear in the city, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about she arrived on the music scene early last year, 2023, with some big singles with Bullshit. She dropped a couple of other singles too. More recently, she has Do You Want Me featuring Cameron Tyler, and she also has Big Pressure with Day Flint as well. She's been making her mark ever since she stepped onto the scene, and she's continuing her ascent, steadily climbing, becoming one of the biggest superstars in the city. And hopefully y'all will agree after this interview too. So ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to give a big welcome to Miss Shira Eyonna.
Every single word he said, he doubled up and now the pressure in my head. I'm going crazy lately, I've been off my meds. Been living loosely as if I ain't got a man. On demon time, baby, hold my halo. You want me to keep it quiet to say so. Really wanna slide on you cause you hang low. And I'ma make it pop like a Fago.
Such a pleasure to be here, Brandon. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on to the show. It is a pleasure to have you here and just to get to know your story a little bit because, you know, you're kind of new to the music scene. And even though you are new, like you're making a big impact as well. And I just want to say that I've seen your work, your hard work, your work ethic, and everything like that. So I just want to talk to you about it a little bit and, you know, just see what's going on with you in the music world. So if you're ready to get started and ready to step into the spotlight, we can just get right into it. So
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, y'all. She's ready to get into it. So I hope y'all ready too. We're going to jump right into it with the very first question. So right off the bat, I want to know just how did you get your start in music?
From the very beginning?
Very beginning. Like what was the musical upbringing, I'd say?
Well, it started in church as a young girl. I also had an older cousin who's going to see this. Shout out to you, Marcellus. He started me rapping when I was like 9 in his closet with the sock on the microphone. So like I've really just always been musically inclined since I was little. And you know, after, you know, that little phase, I pretty much just grew up in the church, just singing in choirs and things like that, you know, in the youth ministry. And I guess it didn't take long for me to realize I have a little voice, but I really didn't like jump in it all the way. But, you know, growing up in like high school, middle school, you know, everybody, oh, you can sing, you need to do music, I decided I was going to give it a try. In like maybe 2019, like really do it. And, you know, I guess it just didn't feel like it was the right time for me. So I let it go. But recently, I want to say within like 2022, I was like, I'm going to give this another shot and I'm going to go full force all the way. So it's just been an ongoing thing my entire life. But I'm on the gas now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're here now, making waves for sure. And growing up, what were some of your musical inspirations? Like, who did you listen to that kind of inspired the music that you put out today?
Ooh, well, hmm. Growing up, my family, my mama, my aunties, they all played a lot of Anita Baker. So, aside of gospel, that's like really what got me into R&B. I also really, really love Tina Turner. Like that was one of the only people I would play for a long time too. So cleaning up, Saturday morning stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those were the two voices that I heard the most, like all of their stuff.
Okay, yeah, those are two very, very dope inspirations to have. I'm a big Anita Baker fan myself, so for you to say that, that's already a big plus in my book for sure. And you also talked about 2022 was the sort of the moment that you said you wanted to kind of put your foot on the gas and everything like that. So what was that thought process that made you want to be like, okay, I want to take music serious. I've been putting it off for this X amount of time. Now is the time for me to jump into it and put some stuff out for the world to see.
It was really, it was really like, it was really tugging at me. Like it was really like on my mind constantly, all throughout the day, all throughout the night. I couldn't sleep. It was like, I was being chased, like I was running from it. And it just became so clear, like vividly to me, that it was one of those things that it's for me, and that I needed to just go ahead and do it. It's one of those things where you just can't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's just in your face all of the time. So that ended up being the year where I was just like, all right, I'm about to turn and face you. I'm not running from you anymore. It's very clear to me that musically, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what my life is supposed to be about. This is my passion. This is what's driving everything that I do, everything that I feel, everything that I think. It always ends and starts with music.
Okay. So it was, yeah, that was a deep message right there because it's interesting to hear a lot of people's stories on their why because there are a lot of unique sounds here in the city. Even though we have like a popular one that's trending, like there's also different unique sounds as well. And I feel like you have one of those unique sounds as well too. And then not only do we hear you sing in some of your music, but you're rapping on some songs too.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, you got the song "Big Pressure" with Data. You on there going off. For real. So, in addition to singing, like how much do you incorporate the rapping part into your music as well?
I really think it just depends on my mood.
Okay.
I think I don't think it's a fair balance between the two. I probably sing a little bit more. Recently, I've been tapping into the rapping Shira
Okay.
a little more, but I'm really down to do whatever. So sometimes I really just think it's about how I'm feeling, or what I'm going through in life, or depending on how I feel when I get into the studio room. Like, okay, this is what we on today. I feel like rapping, and that's that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, that definitely makes sense. Whatever you're feeling is whatever creative mood you're gonna get in. So
Yeah.
yeah, that actually transitions to my next question because speaking of creative moods, your debut single, Bullshit with Cam Tyler, that was I feel like that's a creative mood within itself. Like just listening to the song and how it played out and everything. Like just take me through the process of creating that song for it being, your very first song. Well, I won't say very first. Well,
It was my first drop
yeah,
single.
first drop single. So it just take me through that process of creating that and the whole thought process of how you wanted to present that for that to be your very first drop song.
Okay, well, I'll be honest with you. Like, shout out to Cameron Tyler, for real. When I decided that I wanted to like really do this music thing, he was like, I got you. And with us being in the studio one day, the beat came about, and I was like, damn, like, oh, I like this. He was like, I like this too. And I guess like we both were just feeling like that at that particular moment, and bullshit was born. And from then, it just being one of those songs that is such a vibe, and we was going into the summer. He was like, well, I want you to start performing it with me. And that's pretty much just what started happening. And I was like, hey, we can drop this. He was like, I thought that already was the plan. So I was like, okay, okay. So that's pretty much where it came from, and me deciding that, you know what, I am on my bullshit, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing what I want to do, whatever my mood is. I'm going with my move at all times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like not just about what the song entails, but it's just genuinely about me being on my bullshit. Like I'm out here having fun. I'm doing me, and that's just what it is. That's my vibe.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a very dope song. So y'all, if y'all haven't checked the song out, make sure y'all go check that out. It's on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
It's definitely a vibe, like she stated. I'm gonna even drop a little bit for y'all right here. Y'all check this out real quick.
I've been on my bullshit lately. Please do not try to save me. Oh, oh, won't let your bullshit phase me. Oh, cause I've been on my bullshit lately. I've been on my bullshit lately.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? See, Shira, she got the talent, and I'm telling you, I mean, for real. So I just want to, yeah, no problem. I just want to let you know that right off the bat, you are extremely talented. And when you first came out, I was like I knew she could sing because before that I heard you sing before. Then when you start dropping the music like back to back, I'm like, oh, she for real with it. She definitely for real with it. And I know that I wasn't the only one that noticed. I know some very popular people was taking notice too. Even the folks over at Blood Rich Business took notice to you too as well. So, so joining up with them, being a part of that group, how has that experience been for you? Just being able to collaborate with a lot of talented artists and individuals over there at that group. What has that experience been like for you?
I will be as honest as I can be. It has been a great experience, but it's also been very challenging for me. Because I am amongst a very talented group of people who hold their own weight, and sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. But it's necessary for me because it's challenging me to like go harder. I'm learning so much from every single one of them. I'm like as far as like music, who I am as an artist, how to carry myself and present myself, um, how to brand myself and make sure I'm representing myself and Blurridge business at all times, making sure I'm not out here, lacking and making myself or them look a certain type of way. But I've been being molded into such a powerful artist. I can say that humbly. So the experience that I'm still experiencing is just like every day it's something new when I feel like I'm dealing with Blood Rich Business. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm in a family. I'm in a team, and I can tell you honestly, we all got each other. So I honestly wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, and it's dope to see like the camaraderie and collaborations between all of y'all, because it's a lot of interchangeable pieces, I want to say, when it comes to the music, because it could be like you and Day Day on the song, and turn around and it's you and Ace on the song, and another one is you and Cam on the song. Like it's a lot of of options you got there for you to create some real magic when it comes to music and everything like that. So how important is it for you to network and collab with not even the individuals that are within the group, but even outside of the group as well? Like, how important is it for you to, build your network and collaborate with a lot of folks around the city?
I think it's extremely important. I think it's important because as an artist, as an up and coming artist, as independent, we're doing this all on our own. I feel like more times than not, there's not enough collectiveness. You know what I mean? There's not enough working together. That energy is not always around. So I feel like genuinely, it's something that's always put out there for us. Y'all need to be networking. Y'all need to be networking, and it's a given. We know that anyways. We want to touch other people. We want to create with other people. We want to get those vibes and those energy from other people and see how other people work. Because genuinely, we all just love music. I love music. We all love music. We love the to see the different arts and techniques coming from different people, and just to keep that that within us, especially going to different cities. A lot of times we're in Lansing and Detroit. We're branching off to beyond the Flint scene. So I think it's really important because the more people you know, the more people you work with, the more audiences you can reach, the more people you can reach, and the bigger this music thing becomes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the reason I just ask everybody this collaboration question is just because I see that Flint is evolving musically,
Mm-hmm.
and just want to see like what people's mindsets are when it comes to not only evolving their brand, but evolving the city as well, and just coming together to make a lot of different things happen in terms of building a community, having resources available for up and coming artists, like
Right.
yourself as well. Because you're fairly new, and for you to learn as much as you have already, and for you to be on the track that you're on right now, it speaks a lot of volumes as to how important it actually is. So I just wanted to get your perspective on that, and just to see like the mindset of a newer artist, So it's definitely dope to get that take from you, and just to see how everything is going, from your perspective and everything like that. And speaking of evolving musically, I know that you got your songs out and everything like that. So naturally, I would think that the next step would be like to create visuals for your music and everything like that. Um, Me personally, I haven't seen anything yet from the visual standpoint, for your music. But is there anything coming soon that we should be looking out for, in terms of like visually seeing the art?
Definitely. Um, I'm currently working on getting my EP out. We're looking at July. It's called Emotional Casualties. We are in the process of getting the visuals for Bullshit out. Also, the single I got with Day Flint, Big Pressure, that video is definitely coming real, real soon. So keep an eye out for that. And I'm just gonna get the ball rolling, and I'm gonna start popping out. A lot of times I get the drop, and it be boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So just be on the lookout for those. They coming.
Okay, yeah, yeah, we definitely going to be on the lookout for them. I'm anticipating it. Just because um ooh, that's not what I was trying to say. Just looking at, what you have out right now, like, is so beautifully made. Like, just putting, the visual with it, I think it only just brings it to a whole nother level. And, just for the talent that you have, like, I could definitely see like it taking you a lot of places for sure. So I'm
Thank
definitely
you so
anticipating
much.
that. Yeah.
Also, Demon Time, Taylor Tatum featuring Shira Eyonna and Tay Boogie. That video is out right now. You can find it on YouTube. Go tap into it. Shout out to Taylor Tatum and Tay Boogie.
Yeah, definitely shout out to the ladies for sure. And I'm gonna drop a clip of that too. So Demon Time, y'all check this out real quick. And yeah, just know that she really liked that for sure. But check this out real quick.
Secret, couple shots in the Luna, it make me wanna do something to you. Yeah, a couple shots in it, now we smoking weed in the bay. Yeah, told a nigga better hang tight. Know you fucked up, know you play right. I'm outside, cause these my hours. No more we us hours. Oh, oh. Turn up the music, wanna feel it in my shoes. I think it's time I started breaking all the rules. On my bullshit, no for you. You chose the game, and now you're about to lose. Demon time on tonight, I'll be fine, I'm sure. Looking right side by side, tell my girls that you meet me on the floor.
That was Demon Time featuring Taylor Tatum and Tay Boogie. And so that one's definitely dope. Make sure y'all go over to YouTube, check that out, run up the views on that one for sure.
Definitely.
And yeah, speaking of being creative and just evolving who you are as an artist, you're not only doing music, but we've seen you do poetry as well. You've been a featured artist at the Wine and Rhymes event presented by Jeff Sky, and that was definitely dope to see you in that element as well. So how much of a role does poetry play into your creative side, and is it incorporated in your music at all as well?
Poetry has always been my first love. That is what I started doing before there was ever any singing or any rapping. I've been doing poetry for a long time, and it started out as just in a book. And then I want to say 10th grade, I think I did my first talent show. I did spoken word. I did it all throughout church. I still do it in church. I actually have to perform this Sunday. But poetry is I really feel like that is the most natural part of my essence. That is where all my creativeness really stems from. A lot of songs end up being songs, but they started out as me writing a poem. It's a lot of times how I speak. I've had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you have a very articulate way with words." Some people have, going as far as to say is they don't really believe what I'm saying because it sounds so good. And definitely shout out to Jeff Sky for the Wine and Rhymes thing. I feel like spoken word and poetry within itself just I think that's what had Shira Eyonna is wrapped up in. And I also think that's the reason why sometimes it's just been a little challenging to really do music in the style that I'm trying to embark on because I'm so stuck in just poetry. Poetry is just like that's my comfort space. That is my safe haven. That's if I could just do poetry all the time, I would, and I would just live there. So it definitely has it has like the biggest part of my mind, the biggest part of my creativeness. I'm just trying to I want to show more of that. Definitely it is coming. I do have some coming on my EP as well, so be looking out for that.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask about that too when you mentioned like art. Is it going to be like poetry on the EP, or is it going to be like a poetry album? With the EP upcoming, like what could we expect from the EP? And it was Emotional Casualties, right?
Emotional Casualties.
And yeah, what can we expect from that upcoming EP?
The EP is it's a couple different vibes on it. But you can expect more so of my emotional, my softer side. It's all singing on the EP, and it's just more so me walking down my experience through my emotions from the start of me going full force in music and everything that I've been taking on within myself and all of the challenges around me. So just be ready to just dive into a couple of different genres of music because you're gonna go up, you're gonna go down, you're gonna go. It's gonna take you somewhere, but all of the pieces on the EP is definitely a vibe. I think you guys would really really like enjoy getting this part of Shira because that's not really what I've been putting out.
Got you, got you. And there's no date for it yet. Is it still on the to be announced or
To be
kind of under
announced,
wraps or
summertime though.
summertime? Okay, yeah, yeah. That's definitely a good time to drop that. You know, everybody outside, and then now you're gonna get everybody in their feelings. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's necessary though. It's necessary. You know, we gotta have that balance. You know, to keep everybody musically engaged. I want to say so. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a dope EP. Even just based off of what you already have, I can tell it's going to be something amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to hear it personally. Now, if you want to slide me a little something musically beforehand, I ain't gonna tell nobody that I got it.
I got you.
I ain't gonna tell nobody that I got it. But yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, go tell nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody. But yeah, make sure y'all be on the lookout for it when it does drop. We want to make sure that we push it forward and get it to exactly where it needs to be. And yeah, just make sure that we support our own right here in the city. She's definitely one of the talented singers, and if you ever heard any of your music, I'm sure you will definitely agree. But yeah, let's just make sure that we keep her momentum going. But speaking of momentum, I want to get into my next question because you know, like like I stated earlier, like as soon as you came out, it was like you just hit the ground running, and everybody was just gravitating towards your music so organically. And I just want to know, like, what has the reception been like from your peers and from your audience as far as your music goes? Like, how have you been receiving it, and how has that been motivating you to keep going and make more music?
Initially, I was shocked. I believe I'm just really a humble person, and especially being such a new artist and being so new to the whole music world as much as I'm in it right now. I was shocked that people really are they vibing with me no matter what it is that I'm doing, whether I'm singing, rapping, or whatever. My peers and my audience, they really vibe with me. They really love whatever it is that I do. So seeing that and getting that genuine love and all of that emotion from it, it's just like, okay, exactly what I thought. This is where I should be. This is what I should be doing. So it's got me like, all right, let me learn some more. Let me do some more. Let me tap into some more of my versatility. Let me figure out who I am and who I want to be and what I want to do and just do everything because to see just what I've been putting out and I've been dipping and dabbing and that people really mess with it. I'm like, all right, let's really do this. Like, it's a great feeling for me. So I'm just so excited to keep it going and to have more people, jump in with me and ride it out with me and just be as excited and hopefully everybody else is excited as I am for everything that I got coming.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, like the responses have been overwhelmingly positive, and
Yeah.
as it should be because it's been great music, and then you're a great person yourself, outside of the music. So
Thank you
so
much.
it definitely meshes well, and the response is well deserved and well warranted as well. And then even from a performance standpoint, um, just kind of talk to me about that as well, because even when you're performing the songs as well, like the people are right there, rocking out with you and everything like that. So how has that been as well from a performance standpoint? From your very first performance, I'm pretty sure there were like big nerves there getting on the stage for the first time, performing your song. So how has it been from the first time to you performing now? Like how much more comfortable are you up there on the stage performing?
If I have to give you a number rate, 1 through 10, I would say maybe about a 7. Because I still get extremely nervous every single time I'm about to go on stage. I still be second guessing myself um as far as my lyrics go, and am I gonna be able to keep the crowd engaged? Are they gonna be rocking with me? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, as an artist. And growing up, I've always been on stage at church. And if you know one thing about church, that's one of the hardest crowds to please, But I also have recognized as a person that my energy, like when I walk into a room, a lot of times I can demand energy from people. So every single time I'm on stage to now, I feel like I have a great experience. I always get good energy from people while I'm performing. I always get somebody rocking with me. So that boosts my confidence level tremendously from the moment I open my mouth and a note comes out. So I still get nervous, but seeing that over time, and now that I'm like really doing this, crowds are getting bigger. It's really a good feeling. So my nervousness just be like, but it's still present. But I just be like, all right, because overall, genuinely, I'm having fun anyways. You gonna rock with me, you're not gonna rock with me. I hope you do rock with me. I want you to rock with me. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Shira Eyonna. For real, for real. I genuinely love you. Thank you all for your support. But really though, I just be having fun on stage because this, as an artist, you're gonna get who you're getting as an artist. And you rock with me, you rock with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I'm glad that you said that you're having fun with it. I believe that's the main thing, that you're enjoying it and enjoying the whole process, even from the creative process to the performance process. I feel like you're enjoying the whole thing as you continue to go forward, and that's definitely dope to see. And that only just makes it better in the long run. When you get to those bigger and bigger opportunities, then at that point it's like it's natural at that point.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and I definitely can see that happening, as you continue to grow, as you continue to put out quality music time and time again. It's only going to get bigger and better for you, for sure.
Thank you.
And
I like you speaking that. I appreciate that.
We got to speak life into our people, man.
Yeah.
Just from the negative stereotypes that we get, day in and day out, year in and year out. We got to put positive energy into our people here, and let them know, you got support, you got resources, whatever you need. We gonna make sure that we get our community up there and be as big as Atlanta and LA, Chicago.
Yeah.
The bigger market cities and everything like that. So
I'm glad you're one of them.
Oh yeah, I got you for sure. Anything you need from me, from my team at Flystar Media, we gonna make sure we make it happen for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. And speaking of, getting to bigger and better opportunities, just for your career, what do you not only expect for yourself going forward, but what are some of the goals that you want to accomplish in your music career?
You know what? That is a great question, because honestly, I've been thinking about that for the last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
To grow as an artist, as I'm growing as a person, to grow musically, and to grow as a performer. Like I genuinely want to touch bigger audiences with my story and with my voice. Because I do have a lot coming. Um, Whatever comes with it, I'm with that. But I feel so free when I'm genuinely telling my story, when I'm genuinely getting my voice heard. So as long as I can have that element of this, me seeing that for myself, I always want to be able to feel like I'm getting heard and I'm telling my story, regardless of where this takes me.
Okay, so it's more so of connecting with the people and then letting that translate into the success that you ultimately will come on to. So I'm trying to hype it up for sure because I want everybody that comes on this show to have as much success as they desire, and however that looks for you, like I want you to just embrace it and jump right into it for sure.
So yeah, absolutely. I do see myself being successful with this, yes. Because it has, I see now I really got a good shot at this. I'm running with it. But yes, to connect to more people and more and more and more people. I get such a good feeling when I'm out and somebody has heard my music or they've seen me perform and they come up to me and oh, I heard everything you were saying and I love it. Wine and rhymes for somebody to come up to me and they can relate to what I'm saying or they've been feeling how I've been feeling when how I came on this song, that I think it just takes me high. It just takes me so high. So that genuinely is just what I want for myself, to always be able to get that feeling no matter how many years I do this, no matter how big I get, how successful I become. I feel like that's an important element for me.
Yeah, it's definitely important, and even then, you still got to let them know that you're bringing big pressure. So we had to slide that in there.
Definitely bringing that at all times, no matter what I'm doing. That's big pressure.
Okay, you better let them know for sure because, ladies and gentlemen, Shira Eyonna is on the way. All right, she may have just started, but the way that she's cranking out music right now, it's only a matter of time before she's one of the biggest names from out of the city. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with her.
I know that's
right. Y'all tap in with her music. Come check her out whenever she's performing poetry at Wine and Rhymes. That's definitely a dope vibe too, for sure. And for all that, and for the people to connect with you, how can they do that? Like, what's the social media? How can they interact with you, get the updates on what's coming, the EP information? Like, how can they do that?
So, Shira Eyonna on everything. That is ShiraEyonna. That's my name on Facebook. It is Shira Eyonna _ on Instagram. Same thing on TikTok. Same thing on Snapchat. Any social media that I have, I post everything on all of my platforms. So you could just find that information on all of those.
All right, y'all heard the social media. Make sure y'all give her a follow. Go check out the music. It's everywhere, so y'all ain't got no reason not to check her out.
It's everywhere.
It's definitely
on all
everywhere.
Streaming platforms, whatever you use.
All of them. I got her on Spotify, so I'm good. But yeah, make sure y'all check her out. She got some dope music out. Yeah, and it's only gonna get bigger and better from here. And like I've been saying throughout, like I just wish the best for you. Your journey so far is amazing. It's just amazing to see you out in your element, doing your thing, enjoying it for the most part.
Enjoying it.
And that's the most important thing. You're enjoying it, you're having fun, you're around talented people who are also enjoying it as well, making that experience that much better. And I can't wait to see what's next for you for sure. And I know you mentioned that the EP is coming soon, but is there anything else that's coming, like any performances or anything else that's coming out that we should know about?
July 26th, Blair Rich Business has a huge show in Lansing for KRS-One.
Okay.
So we are pushing tickets for that. We want everybody to come out. I'm definitely planning something a little different for my specific set. So hit us up, hit me up, because we want everybody to come out and support July 26th.
All right, y'all heard today, July 26th. Make sure y'all come out, show y'all support. I'm gonna definitely be in the building because y'all are dope, man. Every time I'm at one of y'all shows, man, it's always a vibe. Everybody be turned, and it'd be crazy for real. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be at that one. So y'all make sure y'all be there too, so y'all can check out Shira and everything that she got going on musically. So yeah, with that being said, that's all that I have question wise. I feel like I've learned so much about you that I didn't know before. Y'all didn't know, I've been chasing her down to get this interview. Y'all, it's been a minute, but
it's been at least a year.
At least, but I'm so glad you were able to come onto the show.
Me too,
and for us to have this conversation and just to learn about, where you are musically, where you're going, where you're getting to, and everything like that. Your background, everything like that. It was definitely a pleasure to sit here and talk with you about that for sure. And I hope, once the EP drop, you can come back on the show. We can talk about that. And definitely some more stuff. So
thank you for having me. Truly, I'm glad to be here and have this conversation with you finally.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. And I hope you guys appreciated this interview too. Thank y'all for tuning into this episode, Superstar Spotlight. You guys can check out this episode and each and every episode on my Facebook under the name Brandon Houston. You can also go to my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/favorite actor. Got every episode on there too. So make sure y'all go give me a like, share, comment, whatever gonna drive the engagement. I'm definitely appreciative of it for sure. And as always, I want to thank the sponsor, Guilty Rich, for sponsoring this video. Once again, make sure y'all go check out the Instagram, guilty.rich, and check out the website, guilty.rich. Or Guilty Rich Boutique, guiltyrichboutique.com. Just switch out the E for the 3. Spell it all the way out, guiltyrichboutique.com. Check out the spring collection and be on the lookout for the upcoming summer collection as well. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope fashion. You might see me in some new stuff out here in the summer for sure.
I'm going to go check them out myself.
Yeah, we're going to make sure we get something for you too as well. Yeah, for sure.
I see you out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do a little something. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, before I forget, make sure y'all check out the highlights and the clips as well on my Instagram and my TikTok. That's Brandon Up Next 810. Make sure y'all follow me on there if you want to see clips here and there from each and every episode. We'll have a couple clips from this conversation as well with Shira. Make sure y'all check that out. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss the next episodes either. So make sure y'all tune in. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in to the Superstar Spotlight. Thank you, Shira, again for coming on to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And
thank y'all.
Thank y'all for tuning in. And as always, we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I've been waiting on a moment I can shit on. I'm not the one you lose, this bitch, I'm your big homie. My nigga step, I send a hit and they gon' get on it. He hit my phone, I pick it up like what you get from me. Play by the rules, I'ma answer for the bread, don't he? Nigga ain't a pot, no pressure, but he play me.